Hi everyone, my name is Kendra. I'm one of the providers at Psychiatric Wellness, and I'm here again today to present another little tidbit for you. This time we're going to talk about mental health. Just like physical health is not a static state, but more of a dynamic process that can be influenced by a lot of different things. And so while the specifics of it can vary from person to person, we do have kind of a good framework to go by for understanding and fostering a positive mental state. And we like to call it the 5 C's. So these principles provide kind of a comprehensive guide for individuals, families, communities to cultivate resilience, emotional intelligence, and overall a psychological well-being. So the first C is connection. And connection is inherently part of our social well-being. Our brains are wired for connection, and the quality of those relationships profoundly impacts the state of our mental health. So the word connection, it means just having a sense of belonging, support, and the engagement that we experience when we're with others. Strong social bonds act as a buffer against states of loneliness and depression, and they provide a sense of purpose and validation in our lives, especially during challenging times. And conversely, isolation and loneliness are significant risk factors for various mental health problems. So a good way to foster connection is to nurture any meaningful relationships you have in your life with family and friends. Actively participate in community clubs or volunteer groups. Reach out to others, offer support, and just be open to receiving it. Even small acts of connection, like a brief positive interaction with a neighbor, can contribute to your mental well-being. The next C is coping. Life is full of ups and downs, and everyone encounters stress, setbacks, and difficult emotions. Coping just is your ability to effectively manage these challenges in a healthy and constructive way. So it's about developing a toolbox of strategies to navigate adversity without becoming overwhelmed. Effective coping mechanisms can prevent stress from escalating into chronic anxiety or depression, and they enable individuals to bounce back. So I had said earlier, it's adversity. It's the way that you learn from experiences and adapt to change. Everybody also tends to have maladaptive coping strategies, and some of the more troubling ones can be substance abuse or avoidance, and those can exacerbate mental health issues. So it's important to always try to be learning new healthy coping skills. And so that's a great way to foster it, is by controlling your emotions, which starts by learning how to identify, understand, and manage your emotions, either through mindfulness and deep breathing. Also, problem solving, learning strategies to address any sources of stress. Stress reduction techniques such as exercise, meditation, doing things that you enjoy, hobbies, or spending time in nature. Of course, the final one is seeking support. So knowing when to reach out to trusted friends, family, or even professionals. The next C is going to be competence. So building confidence through mastery, and that is just the feeling of being capable and effective in various aspects of life that can support your self-esteem and your mental well-being. And it's really just your ability in yourself to successfully perform tasks, achieve goals, and meet personal standards. It matters because a sense of competence fosters self-efficiency, and it reduces feelings of helplessness and encourages proactive engagement in the world. It can provide a sense of accomplishment and contribute to a positive self-image. And a lack of competence can lead to feeling inadequate, cause anxiety, and may make people reluctant to try new things. So a good way to foster competence is to set achievable goals. Start small and gradually increase these challenges. Also to be willing to learn new skills, acquire knowledge and abilities in anything you're interested in. Celebrate your successes. Acknowledge those achievements, no matter how small. Also, seek constructive feedback, so to learn from your mistakes and use them as opportunities for growth. And focus on your effort and progress. Emphasize the journey of learning rather than just the outcome. Always be paying attention to that improvement and how you got there. So moving on to the next C is character. The context of mental health around character refers to living in alignment with your core values, having integrity and a sense of purpose. It involves developing traits like honesty, kindness, empathy, resilience, and a strong moral compass. It matters because living authentically and according to your values contributes to a strong sense of self-worth and inner peace. It promotes ethical decision-making and fosters trust in relationships as well. Conversely, a disconnect between values and actions, it can lead to strong feelings of guilt, shame, and inner conflict. So ways to foster character is identifying your personal values. Reflect on what truly matters to you. Practice ethical behavior. Make choices that align with your values. And develop some empathy. Understand and try and share feelings of others. And practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with that same kindness that you would offer a friend. And engage in meaningful activities. Contribute to something larger than yourself, whether through volunteering or pursuing a passion that benefits others. So the final C is contribution. So finding purpose through giving back. The desire to contribute to something larger than oneself is a fundamental human need that significantly impacts mental well-being. Contribution refers to the act of giving back and making a positive impact on others or working towards some collective good. It matters because contributing to others fosters a sense of purpose, meaning, and accomplishment. It can boost self-esteem, reduce feelings of isolation, and even alleviate symptoms of depression and anxiety. Focusing on others can shift your perspective away from personal struggles and cultivate gratitude. So ways to foster it would be volunteering. Dedicate time to a cause that you care about, or help others in any way. Just offer support to friends, family, or even strangers. Share your knowledge and skills. So mentor somebody, teach a class, participate in a community project. Also just engaging in small acts of kindness. Those small gestures can have a huge ripple effect. Or do something larger, such as advocate for a cause. Use your voice to support something that you believe in. So by consciously cultivating these 5 C's, connection, coping, competence, character, contribution, individuals can build a robust foundation for positive mental health. This framework, it emphasizes that mental well-being is an active process for growth, self-awareness, and engagement in the world, and can lead to a more fulfilling and resilient life. So thank you for listening. Have a great rest of your day.